Hello students, good morning to all of you. Students, in previous class we discussed on the topic concept of electric current and we derived the formula for the drift velocity. Now today's class we continue with the same topic, and here we have the first topic is relation between current and drift velocity. Okay, as we discussed, suppose we have a conductor of any cross section. Okay, and when it is connected across a battery, across the end P and Q, so this is a positive terminal of battery and this is negative terminal of battery. Now the Q end of the wire or conductor is connected with the negative terminal, so it is negatively charged, or we say the higher concentration of electron, and this is the positive charge, and we say that the lower concentration of electron. So it is very clear the electron will move from and Q to and P. Okay, and here the electron is moving with a velocity. The length of conductor we take here as L, from P to Q, and let's say the time taken by the electron from moving and Q to and P is small t. Okay, and the moving velocity of the electron in presence of the applied electric field is drift velocity, which is taken as Vb. Now we understood about the situation. First, consider a conductor. Consider a conductor. Let's say a copper wire. Copper wire of length L and uniform area of cross section. Uniform area of cross section, capital A. Okay, now there be, let N is the number density of free electrons in the conductor. Moving with velocity, or we say with drift velocity. Vd, and constituting I current in it. Okay, this. Now from the statement, first we have number of free electron in the conductor. Number of let's say total number of free electron in the conductor. In the conductor of volume V is equal to A into L. Okay, how it is? So A is the area of cross section and this is length. When we multiply the length and area, we get the volume. Okay, is capital N is equal to NV, which is taken as NaL. This is your equation first. Okay, now second we have total charge in the conductor. Okay, that is Q is equal to Ne, where E is the charge on each electron and this is equal to let's say capital Ne, and capital N we have NaL into E. This is your equation second. Okay, now just understood here, if the electron is passing from point Q to point P across the length of conductor in time t, therefore we can see that now current or okay, total time taken by charge to move from Q to P with velocity Vd is time is equal to distance upon velocity, or you can say speed, which is equal to L, length of conductor, and the velocity is Vd. This is your equation third. Okay, now therefore current in the conductor is given by I is equal to dq upon dt. Here we are using the q is equal to this, that means q upon t. Now the value of q is NaL E upon time is L upon Vd. Now you will easily find it that L is cancelled by numerator and denominator, and the result for the current is NeAVd. This is the required relation for the current in relation with the drift velocity. Now here we find that current is directly proportional to the drift velocity. Okay, that means as the drift velocity increased, current will also increase. Just note it. Okay. Next we have mobility of charge carriers. Okay. Students, mobility of charge carrier is the convenience or is measured the convenience of motion of charge or drifting of charge across a uniform direction. Okay. It is measured as it is defined as the drift velocity, or you can say defined as the magnitude of drift velocity to per unit drift velocity per unit electric field. Okay, it is denoted by mu E. E for electron, or you can say charge. Okay, therefore according to definition, the mobility of charge carrier is drift velocity to electric field. Okay, now drift velocity is taken as Vd upon electric field is E. In the last class you have derived the relation for the drift velocity as Vd is equal to minus E upon m tau. Okay, now put the relation. So this will be minus E m tau upon E. Now you can easily find that this is cancelled. So mobility of charge carrier is E tau upon m. Here E is the charge on electron and m is the mass of electron. So you will easily get the mobility is directly proportional to the relaxation time. Relaxation time between the two collision. Okay, now the SI unit of mobility is meter square volt second or you can see Coulomb meter per Newton second. Okay, and dimensional formula for mobility is m1 t minus 2 a. This is the mobility of charge carrier and their relation. Okay, second thing is mobility is always taken as positive. Mobility of charge carriers is always positive. It never be zero. Okay, next we have current intensity. It is an important part. Okay. It is a vector quantity and its direction is always taken perpendicular to the area of cross section. Suppose we have a wire okay, or like this. So the current is moving across the wire like that. Okay, so here is the motion of current across the cross section is perpendicular, so we find here the maximum current is moving through the point A, but at point, let's say here point Q, because it will be at an angle, so the area of cross section not perpendicular to the current, and we find that there is less current process across the cross section. So it depends on the direction. That is why the current density is a vector quantity. Okay, now we understood about it. Current density at a point in a conductor is defined as the current passing passing through uh, passing through the conductor per unit area of cross section normal to cross section taken normal to the current. Okay, this is the current density. Okay, it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity whose direction taken along the direction of current or electric field. Vector quantity whose direction taken along with the direction of current or electric field. Okay, therefore current density J is equal to total current to area of cross section. That means J is equal to I upon A. Okay, now from here the value of current is equal to product into the area of cross section of the conductor. Okay, the SI unit of current density J is ampere per meter square. Okay, ampere per meter square. Okay, now the relation between current density and drift velocity. Okay, as we know that the value of I is equal to NEA VD and the value of current density is I upon A. Let's say equation first and here is equation second. Now on combining the two or by using first in second, we get J is equal to NEAVD upon A. This A is cancelled and we get the result for current density in the term of drift velocity is NEVD. Here we again find that J is directly proportional to drifted velocity of the electron in the conductor. Here N is number density of electron and E is the charge on each electron, so it will again directly proportional to the drift velocity. Okay. Thank you.